Hey, welcome to It's Friday Night Live. Anyway, I'm throwing a stream up here, guys and gals. Just spur of the moment thing. You know, it'll probably take a while to get in. I sent no emails out, and plus I don't stream regularly on a regular schedule. Anyway, my voice is still off, so bear with me. Had Kingpin in here a little earlier. Good to see you, Kingpin, if you're still listening. Anyway, give it a few minutes and let some people drift in here. It's weird. Typically, what I like about these live streams, if you do them regular, and put them on a schedule, people actually know you're there. Hey, Walter. Hey, Jer Bear. Good to see you, too. Appreciate you dropping in. I know I don't stream much lately, which you guys know that. And I used to get on the backside and at least see 4 or 5 people already in, I think, was it last week? I actually accidentally scheduled a stream and just went ahead and jumped in there anyway and did a quick one. But appreciate you being here, Walter and Jer Bear. I'll do an update on Echo here shortly, but I'm going to wait a few more people come in here. Oh, check out the woods, the mountains. Of course, hard to see the mountain right up there. Got this background from a new friend on YouTube. Hey, Sheena, how you doing? I hope you're doing good today. Sheena's a new friend I have. I've met recently on my surfing around the web, or YouTube, I should say. She's a very nice lady, and she's an inspiration too, guys. Check her channel out. Maybe if you're not into that thing, maybe your girlfriends or wives would love it. What's up, Brutal Bob? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by, man. Yeah, typically, I don't stream on Fridays, typically. I leave this slot for Echo. You're welcome, Sheena. You are an inspiration. What you're doing and helping people out there. And I think I mentioned this one time before. If I hadn't, I mentioned my daughter's got some health issues with veins in her legs and some weight problems. And I've been trying to get her to, I'm going to get her to look at your channel and check you out, Sheena. Hey, Christmas 740. What's up, brother? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Walter's using Viego. That's an Italian name. I'm just not that good at pronouncing it. I didn't even do the other day, I didn't even do a Halloween stream, but I did for the first time. My daughter bought a bunch of stuff wholesale on an Amazon pallet again, and she bought, hang on. Well, there we go. Little skulls that light up. Check that out. Crazy. I asked her, I said, how much do you give for them things? She said 75 cents. She had a whole bunch of them. I had little skeletons about 8 inches long, with their spine and legs and all that. Oh, it's Spanish? I was thinking it was Italian. Someone tells you how much I know about Italian language or Spanish. But anyway, I got this box and stuck it up there, and I was going to use it in a stream, but I never really did one. And I'm going to do an update on Echo. I've talked to Echo a few times. Talked to him the other day. I got his text today and talked with him a little bit. And he's, I think on the 9th, let me see. Hang on, I'll let you guys know for sure. He tells me to text, and I forgot make sure I'm right. He's going back to Florida on the 9th, 10th, and 11th. And he should be back on the 12th out there in the country in Tennessee, which you all know that. He's got Spectrum, which is cable. They're going to put, I think they got fiber optic already ran to the pole. So he told me, I asked him the other day, I said, do you have your equipment set up? And he said, yeah. Hey, Michael. Good to see you. Michael Hurtnick's with us. And appreciate you dropping in, Michael. Been a long time, hasn't it, man? Don't see you as often as I used to. But hopefully by the 12th, and the internet company said that it would, they're going pretty rapid and fast. So he should be up streaming. I did ask him about his bench up and all of his, equipment like I got running. He says, yeah, he had that already set up. Not sure. I couldn't make it out whether it's in the garage or a room, but we'll find out. So he should be streaming in a few weeks. And occasionally I'll be on there. I'll always help him, but sometimes he'll stream. I'll be streaming, and we'll kind of get back in the groove again. Feels strange being on here because I'm not on here as often as I used to be. What's up, Mac, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you, Mac. Hope your trucks are running good. I actually went yesterday and bought from Lowe's, a Craftsman vacuum cleaner, wet vac. Now, what's weird is you go to Ace Hardware and buy the same horsepower, same size. Naturally, it's made for Ace. I understand that. But the entire filter system is totally different. I think that what happened, they switched over in their company. I think they used to get shopvac.com or shopvac, wet vac company, make them, and they switched over. Now they're like rigid. Got those little push-on, little hole in the rubber top on the filter. You pop it on. Anyway, it's a totally different system. And difference is it's about $140 though at Ace Hardware to get that newer system. And so that's going to be going back to Lowe's. I just don't like it. I took the foam sleeve out for the wet vac, and it was already torn about an inch or two. So in other words, they didn't even stitch it at the factory. Well, they did stitch part of it. What's up, Low Ballin'? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, Sheena does a good channel. She sits around and sometimes does dumbbells. I don't know about the barbell thing. I think you do what is that, a stair step, Sheena? You do, or is that a bicycle? I know sometimes the bicycles do that, and then the stair step does it sometimes. But she walks like 10,000 steps at a time. That's amazing. I've been, like I say, I'm working on my daughter to get her health better, and I tried to get her on Ester C. I was over the other day about a week ago, and she's got a whole bottle there, not even any of it taken. Me, I just took my Ester C. I have to do Ester C because the acid has no acid. Mac Man, oh, here we go. Pick up a new rifle today. We'll do a video. I should know better than this. I know how to highlight you. He got a new toy. That's cool, man. Looking forward to it, Mac. I hadn't even, some channels I haven't really been around. Michael says, yeah, I haven't. I took a break. I had Corvette going on, health issues, going to my daughter's quite a bit. And matter of fact, I'm heading out there tomorrow again. I've had three epidurals, T9 right, T10 left, T9 left. Has it helped me? A little bit. It's definitely not a miracle cure, but hey, better than nothing. She says, good deal. They're trying to bring back the muzzle. Oh, okay. Hey, what's up, 351 Cleveland? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see, put a link. Oh, yeah, hang on here. I don't have a co-host anymore. Don't have internet where he's at, and I kind of have to get back here and run all this. Actually, I'm on another channel now. Hang on a minute. Let me get back to YouTube. I'll get you a link for her. Let's see. Hang on, I'm going to go to my channel. Let me kill the noise. Pause. There we go. Hang on a minute. I'll get her link, guys. Bear with me. I can scroll down and find her channel. I actually tried my channel link, the one, that YouTube assigned me today. And you know what's weird? It would not even work. And I couldn't figure out why that was going on. Here we go. There's a link for Sheena. Yeah, you guys got wives, girlfriends, that's into that and need some inspiration. You check Sheena out because she's definitely gung-ho in doing it. She's getting it done. And I don't always drop by her streams every time, but I try to jump in as often as I can and say hello. Of course, I haven't even been at even Tasha's lately much. Oh, you're welcome, Sheena. I mean, like I said, you're an inspiration to a lot of people out there. A lot of people just don't seem to have the willpower and the inner strength. I'm kind of different in my life. If I start dieting, and I do need to lose probably 15, 20 pounds. If I start dieting, I will go to, instead of 20 pounds, I'll take it to 30 and 40. Next thing you know, I'm looking like a skinny guy and wearing skinny jeans. But anyway, yeah, I mentioned, matter of fact, I talked to her the other day, Sheena. I was out shopping. I was getting her some healthy food and told her to get anything she wanted. And I mentioned what you do to her. But I wish she would. She's doing a lot of babysitting and things, and she actually was on a school bus, and that was hurting her. Driving. When you drive a lot, you don't get as much exercise. So she wound up quitting that job, I should say. And now she's kind of babysitting a lot, which I hope eventually she gets free of that. But 351 Cleveland engine. My brother, I think he had wasn't it the Windsor was the other engine, I think. He had a 69, I think it was 69 Torino, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'd look like Bone Man. Instead of AR, everybody call me Bone Man. But yeah, I do that. If I set my mind to something, I tend to be OCD about it and go overboard. If I go on a liquid diet, I'll stay on liquids for weeks and weeks. Jerry Bear, he says he lost, let me see what he says. He lost 42 pounds since late June. Oh, you're doing the keto. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. Keto diet and family. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Jerry Bear. Good for you, man. How long you been doing this stuff, Sheena? What's up, MSB 9021? Good to see you. Good to see you too, Druzy. I hope I pronounced that right. Druzy, yeah. Appreciate each and every one of you coming by. I'm just doing a quick chit chat and something to do on Friday and update you on Echo. But hopefully, I'm thinking by maybe mid to late November, maybe by the end of the month, he may be up and running again. 5 years, wow. Mm-hmm. I actually gave away, my brother I had a bicycle, one of those fan ones, and I got another thing out there where you can actually put a bar on your chest and weights on it. You do the crunches and you do the rear flex, whatever they call them. And I put it out in the garage and gave my brother the bicycle a few years ago. I wished I still had that bike. I need something in here to get to doing it. I've got a real bike out there, but it don't stay in the rain for the past few years, and it don't change gears as well as it should. Walter says, Twink goes, well, you were a small guy, man. I was mostly averaging about 182. I'm 6'2" through my years. I'm a little too much right now, but most of mine came from COVID, sitting around the house. I was retired, so I didn't go out. I didn't hardly go out at all, except just run down the street, maybe to Walmart occasionally in the early mornings, and occasionally Kroger, What's here? Didn't mean for this to turn into a diet discussion, but I did want to introduce everybody to Sheena and talk about her show. He says, I was 264 pounds when I started, just stepped on the scale on 222 and a half pounds. My goal is to get myself down. I'm about 207 average, too, Jerry Bear. I should be about 187 pounds. 190, no more than about 190 to 92. And typically I stay that range, especially if I walk and swim. And I don't have to do a lot to maintain that. I'm not a big eater, though, either. I've been eating steak lately, though, a little bit more than usual. I just see them, I've been buying it. I started on a salad kick, got off that a little bit. And let's see, Druzy says, thank you, I'm doing well. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, man. It's good to see you in the side chat. RG Arizona Homestead, good to see you. What does he say? Here or she? I was 118 when you started my military experience. Thank you for your service, man. I had a friend, he served on the Saratoga, aircraft carrier back in the 80s, under Reagan, actually. And he used to use his password, and always put Saratoga in things. And I go, well, I said, what were you doing? He said, oh, I was on a carrier. I said, what'd you do? He said he worked in the engine room or something. And let's see, Tactical Fudd is with us. Good to see you, Tactical Fudd. Got hunting and stuff with J&J. Good to see you. Warm Strong Adventures here. Appreciate you guys dropping by. Uncle Jim, too. Good to see you, Uncle Jim. I got to start watching your videos more. I caught his a while ago. Tail end of it. Get back into it. But like I said earlier, you all check her channel out if you're into things like that. She really does inspire you. And heck, even for some reason, maybe just COVID, got lazy and just all of a sudden, I actually knew I gained weight when I tried a suit. I wear a suit sometime and a tie or a sport coat. At least I used to. And I went there and put it on here the other week. And I said, oh, man, about 2 inches too tight. I said, oh, no. I have got to get on the ball and get to swimming. I went and joined the swimming pool. I went swimming yesterday, actually. And the heat was off, so the water was cold. And we're going in and out of the building. Usually it's an indoor heated pool, so it's usually nice. Mario Mosen is with us. What's up, Battle Bean? I caught your stream here a few weeks back. I think you were talking with Barbecue. I can't remember, but I remember I was watching your stream, though. Hope you're doing good, Mario. Hey, Uncle Jim. I hate saying Uncle Jim, too. Uncle Jim, do you still have the same email, or did they close that out along with everything else? Just curious. I won't get into it publicly here, but is your email address the same, the one I had on file? Just curious. Yeah, I got to get straight going, Sheena. I got to start walking. I used to walk the park a lot. I'd go swimming in the summer at least every other day, and after that, I'd walk the park probably twice, and did pretty good. My energy level was up there. But it don't take long to really run yourself down, especially when COVID hurt us one way or another, whether we like to admit it or not. It affected me way worse than I imagined. And that was just because I sat at home a lot back then, especially during the lockdown. And plus, I had a dog that passed. That kind of bummed me out. And I just started watching TV. And when I go to the grocery store, I just grab everything, everything I could, 2 of them, 3 of one thing. And I got a closet. My pantry in there is so loaded down with mason jars, beans. I should take pictures. I got a ton of flour, probably 100 pounds of flour I got to bag up and put in 5-gallon buckets and get that dated and prepped. Oh, okay. I was wondering because, I can sometimes send you a link. I don't like that. I'm not one to put the link out much in the side chat. I have did that in the past, and you all are aware that I don't usually do it. It can kind of turn into a dumpster fire occasionally if you're not careful. Get a troll in there. Matter of fact, on a lot of these channels, trolls come in. I've been hearing they change their name or pretend to be somebody, and they go in the backside of the stream and jump in there. I won't say what they do because I'm not going to give them the exposure, but funny word, but they do some crazy stuff out there. And actually, I seen a little bit of it the other week, somebody's face for a split second. typically I like to email. I still got most of these emails that I've had. I still got that in my address book. Yeah, I was thinking you mentioned that. I know it's happened to Tasha. Think I was, I think I was on the stream one night. Yeah, and a guy's face showed up right quick, and Wayne recognized him. I thought, oh man, I mean, you got to be pretty. If that's how you get your kicks, you need to get a life. I mean, I couldn't even imagine doing that even on tequila, you know? Yeah, I bet. And not only that, it'll hurt your channel too when that people do this. I've heard YouTube will actually take you down. And YouTube don't give you much of a break on when you're a content creator. They'll end up taking you out and trying to talk to them. I tried to get home a few years back. Probably a year ago or two. And yeah, if you want to type something and say hello or, frequently ask questions. I hate that where it says, is this okay? Or did this help you? Yes or no? Oh, right. Dude, ask for 3. Oh my goodness. 3. No. I think I know what you're talking about. Oh boy. Jerry Bear says, all right, guys, got to head out. Oh, you doing it? Oh, he does a 45-minute walk. That's what I need to do. I typically walk my neighborhood. I typically do it in the AM. I drink coffee and then head around the street. And I've kind of slowed down on that lately. I got to get back out there. Have a good one, Jerry Bear. Good to see you, man. Maybe we'll get you on a panel here in a few weeks and get back to get some. We'll get me and Echo come up with some shows and some themes and some content, and try to do some good shows on reloading and guns and stuff. Oh, thank you, Sheena. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't do it live like I used to. I used to be, as Walter said at one time, me and Echo were two streaming fools. We were streaming a lot back then. Now, I am not like most of you all. I can't handle the 7-day-a-week thing. That's a little too much for me. I got burned out on 3 times a week. And occasionally maybe 4 got to me. Tactical FUD. Good to see you, the Stock Explorer. Her name's Nora. Appreciate you dropping in. Heading to Tulsa next Friday to hang with Chris. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're probably all going to go shoot. That will be fun. I've been looking at guns. I looked at a few weeks ago, I checked out the M&P 2.0 all metal, which is lower aluminum, and I did like it. Had a great trigger, flat trigger. I don't know if any of you all have seen that in the gun side here, but I definitely looked at it at a mom and pop shop here. So, John's hand loading. Good to see you, John. Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate it, John. It's good seeing you on here, man. All of you. Idaho Rogers, USMC. He jumped in there. I am OCD down to sorting 3,000 pieces of 9mm brass by, oh boy, head stamp. Yeah. I wished I had 3,000 pieces of 9mm. I've got maybe 400, I think 300, something like that. Sheena says, sold my Ruger. The slide was too stiff for me. Yeah, it reminds me of for 8 years, I carried a Taurus 40 caliber PT 101 semi-auto stainless steel. And boy, you talking about stiff, that slide. I mean, it was stiff. And as a matter of fact, even on the mag for the Taurus back in the day. Now, PT 101 is a nice looking gun. It was really good back in the 80s. And the spring is so stiff in the Taurus system that you'll break your thumb, damage your thumb trying to put a bullet in it. You have to have a loader, which I have one. And Boxcar Jerry's joined us. You must board Idaho. It's 9 pew pew. I haven't been shooting lately, but yeah, I appreciate you dropping in, John's hand loading. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back to morning coffees. I think I said that the last time I streamed last week. I call them morning coffees. It's my morning. Sometime at 2. I usually do it around 2 or 2:30, which means it's about I think 7 o'clock in the UK, something like that in the AM. There's Critter. He's running around here like a little bug. I'm kidding. Critter's a good guy. What's going on, Critter? You want to come on? You want to link, Critter? Uncle Jim, you want to link? We'll talk some guns or whatever. I know. I think you got your trailer paid off. I know, Critter. You mentioned a while back, and you're doing 45 ACP now. I see. Oh wow, that's something I've never loaded. Is the 45? I've shot it years ago. Yeah, I carry a John's hand loading the Taurus. I had the 9mm version I bought from my brother years ago too. It was fixed, actually adjustable sights. I forget what it was. A copy of the Beretta too. And I turned around then and bought the they had the two versions of the PT 40 caliber. PT 100 was fixed sights, stainless steel and blue. Then it had the PT 101 stainless or blue with adjustable sights. So I've owned both. I've owned the 1985, I think, or 84, the early version of their Beretta knockoff is what I call it. And it was a good gun. My brother owned it for years. He bought it for his birthday years ago. I bought it from him, kept it a few months, and sold it and made a profit. Got rid of it. Back in the day, you could actually put a gun in a little, we had a little mag here, I think called the Atlanta Advertiser. You could call them up, and I think you could sell it, and you had to send them a few bucks for selling it or something like that. My friend has 40 caliber wood grips, yeah. I like the 40. I know everybody jokes about it. Oh, yeah, I like guns, and I'm a gun guy. I've shooting probably since I was 9 or 10, at least, maybe earlier. And that's an interesting, simple story. About like most kids, my aunt and uncle lived in Cobb County, Georgia, and some of the gun guys know this story. And across the street was a fire department. Now this is Mableton, Georgia, basically, in Cobb County. And then back in the early 60s like that, you could go out, I'd go outside next to the house with a 22, and I'd sit there and shoot target shooting, and the cops would be across the street, with the firemen. They didn't even think anything about it in those days. I mean, you could just shoot. And back in those days, they wouldn't really pick it like, hey, where you shooting? What direction? I mean, they didn't say a word to me back then. That's strange how times have changed like that now. Yeah, decocker. That's one of the, yeah. Yeah, decocker, I never warmed to it. I did use the decocker a little bit. I mostly carried, my brother asked me one time years ago, he says, how do you carry your gun? I said, I carry one in the chamber, cocked and locked. And I said, especially if I'm going to certain counties or, certain parts of areas around the Atlanta area. Shouldn't say that, but that's true. And, I told him, I said, you need to wrap your head around that a gun's no good if you don't have one in the chamber. You kind of not going to do too good in a gunfight, because that gunfight can happen just boom, just like that. Yeah, Brutal Bob, now he's into guns and stuff like that. Reloading. You think I got reloading gear and highboying a bunch of us in Walter? Boy, well, I won't say nothing. He can tell you. He's a reloader too, long time. Reloader. See here. Okay, here it must be. I can't believe I don't know a ton of people that own and love the 30 Super Carry. Sarcasm off. I like the 9. I like the 40. I still love the 40. A lot of people make jokes about it, but I still think it's a good gun. Not only that, it's straight wall. It's not tapered like the 9, which that doesn't matter. I've got a Redding steel die that I used. It actually forms the taper. It's not carbide. I have the carbide too in Lee, but I don't use it often. 351 Cleveland says, I agree, definitely need to stay strapped around. Yeah. Yeah. Back, I think it was around 2001, right after 9/11 happened. I was on my way to work one evening. I stopped by a pawn shop in an area and bought a stainless steel 629 44 mag, 6-inch barrel, square butt, 1980 something model with the real firing pin in it. I remember I walked out the door, boys. Y'all see the young people staring at me. I had it in my hand. I carried it to work for about a year there, and I finally ended up selling it. And still miss that gun to this day. I wish that was one gun I wished I'd never sold. It's just a beautiful gun. And, last time I seen a gun in the 80s was a 6.86 6-inch barrel stainless steel, unfired, no box. Now apparently somebody bought it and never used it or fired it. They wanted $1,000 for it. I look back on it, I wish I'd have did it. I told him, I said, if you do it for 800 or maybe 9, I might consider it. He said, nope. And I says, too high for me. And I walked out. But when I look back on it, I wished I had did it now, because it's, like I say, never fired. I actually looked up the serial number, and it was a old gun, just never used. Got Mark Thomas with us. What's up, Mark? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing good. Hope all of you are doing good. Yeah, we got 15 on. That's not bad. Something put together right quick. Yeah, I miss streaming with Echo on Fridays. I like his shows because they're quick and short. Now they're really like an hour and a half typically, sometimes an hour. And so I thought I'd jump in here and I got to get used to, even though I've streamed a lot, I've never streamed a lot by myself. I've always had a sidekick. So, but anyway, it's simple. Sheena. Oh, thank you, Sheena. Yeah, I love guns, Sheena. I'm big time guns. I won't get into things I'm working on, but put it this way, I'll show you in another one, maybe some things, a few things, something you people. I don't want to have to get up here and drag it out right now. Good to see each and every one of you. Well, apparently, Critter didn't. Okay, Critter. Here, Critter, I'm going to send you a link. Hang on, man. Good Lord. I ain't talked to you in a while, and I know you usually will come on. There you go, Critter. There's a link to you, man. If you want to jump in and say hello. I hadn't talked to you in a long time. I'm going to send Uncle Jim a link if he wants to jump in for a minute. I haven't seen him in a while. I watch your streams, though, typically, and try to jump in there. Okay, so I got your email. I thought I did, Uncle Jim. Yeah. Hang on, let me. Bear with me, guys, hang on. I'm going to send these individuals that way. Oh, where'd my email go? Here it is. Come on, computer. Too slow. There's your link, Uncle Jim, if you want it. If you don't worry about it. You're good. Sometimes I get a chance. I'm going to jump on your show. He's got a show. He streams for, what do you stream, Uncle Jim? About 2 hours, 3 hours? Sometimes I know he streamed all night and went to sleep on his phone. I know him and Echo have a long time ago. There's the man.
Hey.
What is up, brother?
Yeah, I went to some serious debt. Spent $1,700 on a battery.
Wow. How'd you do that on a battery?
It's one of those EcoFloat Delta Maxes.
Huh. Well, what? I'm not familiar with it. What is it? A boat battery, marine?
Well, basically it's a huge battery, mate. It's a lithium battery.
Okay.
It's got like multiple uses to it. You can plug a computer, plug 6 different AC outlets into it, USB outlets. Plug it into the wall, it'll charge it up within an hour or two.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Let's see, when I'm loaded all up into my TV, computer, and all this other crap, wired it into it.
Mm-hmm.
With all I have to do is plug it into the wall, and when the power gets to a certain point, I just hit a button, it'll charge up.
Okay, so
If I lose power out here, I can
mhm.
move the generator up here and plug it into that. Charge it,
Wow.
power it up.
Do you have solar panels for it?
Well, it has it, but I didn't buy it. Paid
You
for
didn't
it.
buy it. I have all. I have. You're
It was
doing better than me.
$400.
Do what, critter?
It was another $400.
Ooh. Yeah, the only thing I got is a six. Well, I think it's 89 now. I bought a 1,000 amp Stanley yellow, about that. It's heavy as a brick or 5 bricks, and it's got like 4 or 5 USBs. It pumps the air in the tire, and if the storm hits here, and occasionally I do have power failures here, I'll sit there and plug my tablets or my phones into it and run it. I'd like to get a is it UPS, USP. I can't even remember now. It's been so long. So I mentioned one was for the computer, and I'd like to take it out and put it into a car and a marine battery.
Uninterruptible power supply.
Yeah, that's right. Which is UPS. Yeah, forgot the name's been so long since I talked about that stuff.
Well, you just type in EcoFlow and look at the stuff you bought. I happened to buy a the Delta Max. I bought it on the refurbished ones, so it's not as much.
Mm-hmm.
I think the new power was like $2,000. I got it for $1,600.
Uninterruptible power supply. I've always wanted to get one of those for my PC, but I've heard people take it and actually rig it up to big batteries and sit there for days and run their PC and stuff. Night Strike's joined us. Good to see you, Night Strike. Thanks for dropping by.
You set it up. I can wire it. The phone company will have a power. Will always have power, even through the remote huts where this particular internet comes through. It'll have remote power. The only power I have is through the modem, the phone. Well, the base of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is power from the phone company. All I got to do is just make sure I have power, and I'm still online.
Wow. I'd like to get me one. I'd like to get one of the kits, kind of like you got, but where you get the solar panels and everything, where you can just roll it out in the backyard and run everything for a few days. I'd love to get that, but you're talking what, $3,000, $3 to $4 to $5 grand, something like that price range.
Well, I paid $600. Well, actually less than that for the 4 kilowatt generator. I was going to build a generator up close to the front door. I got a 20-foot extension cord. I can plug the battery back up into it, charge it up, run it off the battery for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's uninterrupted power supply. That's why I said UPS. That's what we used to call it for short.
Well, while I was in the Army, I did all that stuff. I had uninterruptible power supplies for most of my equipment that I used.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the same way as the phone company.
That's what I was talking about, Night Strike, right there. Yeah, you can mod UPS to use car batteries. You got to be careful because they're that obnoxious fumes. So yeah, you'd want to maybe. I'd probably wire it through the wall into the house, put it outside.
Gelled sealed batteries. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. We used to have that's same as glass mat. I think I had one for my Miata a few years ago. Paid $130 for it. Luckily, I got it that cheap, and in 3 years it went totally out of warranty. Just as soon as the warranty ended, it went bad, which is they say is rare because
well, while in the Army they had these 800-pound 2.2 volt batteries.
Mm-hmm.
We had 48 of them.
I had died made for even, though I loved other cartridges.
I was going to say something.
Yeah, you shooting guys. Bob, you don't have content. I don't think Bob does content on shooting and stuff. I could be wrong. Yeah, I hate that autocorrect too, Bob. Sometimes it says some of the weirdest stuff, man. I mean, I sent something one day a few years ago to my daughter, and man, it was horrible. And I almost sent some here a few weeks ago, and I says, "What the crap did this say?" I mean, don't know how it did it, but I have a brother. My brother's his name starts with an E, and I'll call his name, and the 80 will come up in the auto thing. Yeah, and I go 80. His name's not 80. You all probably know his name when I say 80. So let's see. Vanessa says,
I got that.
blow you up here. Hang on. Been so long since I blew up anybody. Almost forgot. There you go. Yeah.
1911 mags with a little attachment.
Mm-hmm.
That's those. When I bought that 45, that Tesis 45, the magazines were brand new. I had a hell of a time fitting eight rounds of that magazine. It was like I spent like 4 or 5 hours getting 3 to 4, up to 6, then finally 8. It took.
Mm-hmm.
I bought this the day later. Was 5 brand new. I got a total of 10 magazines. I loaded them all.
What now is that one you bought? So you bought an adapter for it, right? To convert it over to single stack. Okay.
$15 plastic piece.
Okay.
This will also load. Well, if I take drop the little attachment out.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Take the little attachment out. I can do double mags or Glock mags and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So you bought that separate, right, Critter?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I have a 1911. It's got it's 9mm, and it only holds, I think, 8 rounds or 9. And man, that thing is hard to load.
You can
Difficult.
use that as long as it's a 1911 magazine.
Check it out. I was gonna get, I've never used that one. I got the one where you thumb. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The H&K or whatever it is. Yeah, I've always used those. I use one now with my M&P.
With only one hand, I had to make use of this little lock, this little gray button.
Mm-hmm.
You had to do it this way. You push it down, thumb and locked up, squeeze it, put a bullet in. It was a real bugger trying to do this crap one-handed.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Cool. I know. I was totally out of debt. I was going to buy some tire. A lot of guys know this, the story. You do too, Chris. Right? I was going to buy my tires, everything for my sports car. My bed goes flat. I had to spend almost $1,000 for a new bed. Then I went to Memphis on an expensive rendezvous. I had a good time. Not that expensive. And my daughter's got this nice base platform that the feet let up and the head does. It's really, I think, cost like $800,000 at one time, maybe more. Anyway, she says, if you'll pay a hotel $140, $50 tonight, I'll let you have that thing. I said, okay. So then I bought that. Then I paid insurance on my sports car, which I'm not driving it. I really could have passed, but I went ahead and the rates are so good on it and so cheap. I just keep it covered. And, which is ironic because my cheap truck, I have what they call basic, insurance. And they're charging me $500 for 6 months coverage now on a stupid 94 Toyota 4-wheel drive pickup truck, which is ridiculous. Everything's going sky high right now. Welcome, Laura the Explorer. I have a stupid smartphone too, and it drives me crazy. Thanks for dropping in, Laura. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sure I am. Yeah, appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, I'm the same way. If I see Sheena or whatever, anybody online, Natasha and them, I'll get off the phone and go to the PC because sometimes I'll say something, it'll come out crazy. Then I go back and edit it. Lucky I hadn't said anything crazy in the side chat so far with that autocorrect. Vanessa says the rear hangers on my leaf springs Ranger rusted off. How much well they played on left side. Wow. Good to see you, C&T Designs and Arms. Check him out, guys. He's got good content. He's just like us. He follows the 2A stuff. And I'm hoping I won't get political. I hope we kick butt. We should, but then again, we don't know. But typically we do kick butt every 2 years, if you know what I mean. So anyway, enough of that. MSB 921, I heard of someone texted that Jesse was waiting. It came out, Jesus is waiting. Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah,
from the Lord.
we. If anything hurt us, ordinarily we should wipe out. If anything hurt us, would be I won't go into it, the Supreme Court ruling. Now, that can, and that did have a ripple effect. And I'm not saying I was for it or against it. I'm just saying that. So I won't go there either. But that kind of turned off a main thing. We don't need the other side excited. I heard the other day it said that the enthusiasm is not there.
The Bruin case?
Do what now?
The Bruin case?
Yeah, no, the ruling on Roe versus Wade really caused a lot of kickback. It actually, our numbers pummeled when that hit.
Nobody's worried about birth control or abortion.
It's at the bottom. I agree. Yeah, I don't want to go there, but I mean, and some of the polling, it didn't seem like it affected it. The polling numbers, but we've mostly recovered now. So
they're worried about eating and getting gas to get to work.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really want to get political on that one, but yeah.
House.
Yeah, we need some pro-gun, low-tax people in charge, definitely. But we'll keep that to a political discussion sometime. I thought about doing a channel. I won't even say the name I come up with, and doing political commentary, but too much trouble to run 2 channels. Yeah, that's usually the main driver of Night Strike. Yeah, it always was, even back in when Reagan killed Carter. Matter of fact, he was still. I'm glad we didn't have early voting back in those days because Reagan would have lost. That's a fact. If you look it up, his numbers did not go up in polling only until right there at the end. And that's because of the debates changed everything so drastically. But sorry to get political, but. Like if we'd have had early voting back then, he wouldn't probably not have won. That's a fact.
Kind of like that Fetterman debate.
Because we've only got such a small sliver out there, voting. But anyway, enough of that. Yeah, they are, Sheena. You ain't kidding prices.
Well, I didn't tell you I bought a. The hell's wrong with my camera? Oh.
Just calm my shot. Yeah. I'll take you up on that sometime, CNT. Yeah. Sometimes I like talking that stuff. I don't do it typically in my streams. I'll mention a little 2A news, and all of a sudden now I wind up and went in there a little bit just now. So, but anyway, enough of that. No more politics.
Did I tell you I bought that TSUS?
Pardon?
I bought that TSUS 45 ACP.
No, I don't think. Been a while since we talked.
Yeah, well, mid part of September, closer to the end of September, I bought it.
Yeah, I think I wasn't streaming. I can't even remember now. Been a while since I streamed.
They had it on sale for $397.
Let me see what Vanessa's got. Yeah. Yeah, basically we're already bankrupted. I mean, if you look at it, they say it's impossible to pay off that kind of debt.
Yes.
So, anyway. Yeah, Night Strike. It's been a while since I've seen you, Night Strike. Yeah, you do. I'll occasionally mention a little 2A stuff. Yeah, he got a TSUS 1911, right?
Yeah, the duty model.
I'm not familiar with it, actually, on that.
I'm afraid if I show it, they'll ban you.
You can't touch it, but you can show it.
How am I going to show it without touching it?
Yeah, it's no. You got to take your camera and zoom down there and look at it. I occasionally have laid, one in here at times. And, yeah, thanks, Sheena. Could be back streaming. In the early days, it was all new to me, and Echo and Critter was in there a lot, Mac, and we used to stream quite a bit in the early days. And I come up with a thing. I didn't even know it existed on YouTube. I come up with that morning coffee thing, and at first Echo said, "Oh, let's make it a regular show." And I said, "No, God, no." I said, "We got Monday's interviews. We got Friday his show, which I have to co-host for him. And then we got my show Thursday. Yeah. I said, no way. I said, what I want to do, I want to show that I can do it and do it when I want to do it. Spontaneous. Just throw it out there and maybe advertise it maybe a day in advance if I think of it in time. Oh, hey, Susan. Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is with us. Thank you for dropping by. I've been missing. I've actually jumped in there I was on the road the other day when you were streaming. I hate that because I can't really say nothing but hello to people. And I was in the parking lot when I do that typically, so I'm not going very fast. Cell phones are not easy to side chat with when you're out and about. Jason Stewart's with us. Sorry, Jason. I got to talking and wanted to say hello to you, man. Hope you're doing good.
Oh.
I never heard of it either. Of course, I hadn't been following. I've been seeing a lot of new guns, different flashy models lately. I did look at the Canic a few months back and checked it out. And I liked everything about it probably, but the grip. And the grip's okay. It's just not as round as what I like. See what I'm saying too. AR guns coming to one of my streams may ruin his good name.
The camera.
Yeah. I'm
not touching it.
Hey, I am conservative. I think I even say it in my about page. At least one time I did, but I'm somewhat conservative. He's not touching that thing now. It's in a pencil. Got it? Is it a pencil? Now, they may take me down over that. And that because don't touch it.
I'm using a pencil. I'm not touching it.
Okay. If the string goes down, everyone, you know why. Hopefully they won't give me a strike. I know you can. If you pick one up, they can shut your stream straight down. And matter of fact, if they hear you doing it, they can take your stream down. Okay. He's not touching it. That was a pencil. ATI made with sweet and blood clean with blood and tears. Jason says, "Yep." Yeah, I have the Springfield Armory Range Officer 1911 in 9mm. And that's one sweet shooting gun. Got a really thick barrel. It's a little heavier than a 45. Got a thick barrel on it, and very easy to hit. And every time you shoot something, you usually hit it. It's just that way.
I kind of screwed up, and I didn't even realize it until after I started putting the new grips on it. On this one, I have a Rock Island Armory 9mm 1911. I modified, putting new sights and a magwell on it and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I used the same damn grips on it too. I didn't even realize it until I started putting them together. I'm like, oh crap, it's the same ones.
Some of you ladies in here, check out Susan, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. She does canning, homesteading, chickens. And she's got a good show. She does good live streams too. Check her out, guys. You can't miss it. She'll come up probably on the community. I ain't got nobody to throw links out right now. Oh, Bob's got one. 10. I would love to have a 10mm, Bob. I would. That's one round. I don't want the 45. I've had it before years ago, decades ago, but I would like to have a 10mm.
With me using my only left hand, and it's not very strong, I'll stick with the 45.
Welcome to the stream, My Green Lawn. Appreciate you dropping by. Saying hello. You guys in the gun community, you're going to see a lot of different people jumping in my streams compared to probably the past, and which is a good thing. We got a lot of people out there that's like us. If you look at reloading, we're OCD, we're hoarders somewhat. We make ammo. Canning, you do that. Homesteading, I mean, prepping, survival, bushcraft. I mean, we got a lot in common in the reloading community. Matter of fact, hang on. I don't have a. Hang on a minute.
There we go. I put the gun up.
Hang on, Susan. I'm going to throw your link out there. A lot of these guys and gals may like to check you out sometime. She does live streams, and I've been wanting to come on your panel, Susan, so don't think it's because I don't want to sometimes. I've had some issues and this, that, and the other interfere. Let's see. Let me see if I can find the link. Probably hearing my keyboard going crazy. There we go. I got it now. Pause it. Hang on. Let me get to her channel. I'm going to throw your link out there, Susan. For you on the side channel, I'm talking about the Hillbilly Ranch channel. Let me throw her link out. Drop it in there. There you go. Appreciate each and every one of you dropping in today. It was just kind of, I didn't come up with any content, which I like to do. I typically, for you all that don't know it, I actually have a big, gigantic, I'm talking about maybe 4 or 5 foot tall whiteboard over here, and I write stuff on it. And sometimes we try to come on here and talk about certain things, and sometimes we get off track. But we have, hey, talk is talk. We just get on here and have a good time. Maybe we can work out now. Yeah, I'm going to jump in there, Susan. Definitely in time. I feel bad sometimes when I know what it's like to be sitting in a stream and you go, hey, anybody want to come in here? And nobody says a word. And sometimes a lot of people just don't want to publicly, live stream. They're kind of scared of the camera shy. Me, I'm not now. It's not a big deal. And Critter, he likes getting on here.
Show off my dog.
Yeah, I got my dogs. Well, I don't have the camera. If I could, I'd show it to you. He's a mixed little lab. My chocolate lab, which I did have, he passed away during COVID. I called him my big guy. He was 92 pounds, half English. Now, this little joker over here is I call him Little Blue. I named him after, Phil Robertson's blue fetching duck dog. He gave it away. He retired him here a while back, and his name was Blue. So I named this dog Blue. Anyway, he's a small 40-pound dog, and he's more of a lap dog. He wants to look at me, and he wants to jump on my lap, and throw his legs up there, and I put him back down. I don't want a lap dog. I'm just not that way. I like a big dog that, sits and looks at me or something, or talks to me.
I misnamed him. I should have called him Barney Fife.
I see him. What is he, a beagle?
Well, it's supposed to be a red healer.
Okay.
Started looking at all the other red healers, and I'm like, he ain't one of those.
I was at the pound the other day, guys and gals, and I was actually turning in a wild animal. I won't go into that, but I for some odd reason said, "You have dogs for display?" We got a bunch of them. So I went in there and found a good-looking German Shepherd pup, male, in there. And I'd go to the glass, and I went down the whole line talking to each and every one of them. Talking to them, tapping the glass. A lot of them come up to that glass boy and wanting to try to get to you and whine a little bit. And I thought, man, this is a horrible place to be in. And but they had a beautiful German Shepherd pup. And when I was leaving, a young guy was applying for it. And I was tempted, but then I'd have 2 dogs. And there's my little lab. I'll show him to you sometime. Matter of fact, hang on, I'll show him to you. Bear with me. He's a little booger. He's already, see there? He's 40 pounds. He looks like a lab, but he's mixed. But he's a friendly guy. He loves sitting in here, even though the floor is hard. I need to put some flooring in this place. Got flooring out there. I just haven't got around to doing it. Sorry about that. Anyway, he's just a black. I don't know what he's mixed with. I'd heard it was some herding dog in Mexico. Can't remember the name now.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, weird dog. Got weird eyes. And this dog here looks like he's got a squirrel tail, which looks odd on a lap. His tail's real thick, but we're talking about that big around. I can't even think of the name. There's a weird name.
I know what you're talking about. I've heard of it. I don't remember the damn name. Actually, Texas has a naturalized or a
cool
native dog. I'm trying
boy.
to think, but it's a highly intelligent dog. It's just.
Mm-hmm. That's what I call MSB 9021. I call him my chocolate lab, the big guy. No, he's heavier than mine. Mine was 92, and boy, he was stout. I'm almost 200 pounds, and that dog has actually snatched me off my feet and pulled me across the grass before. One time, pulled me through the front door across the concrete, my porch. And I'm sliding out. I'm on the leash like this, and I'm laying on my belly, and he's pulling me through the door. Typically, he sees a cat or animal.
It's not a Catahoula.
What now? I can't think of the name. It's a weird name. It's a weird dog. They do cattle though. Supposedly, they got weird eyes, and now they're not even sure it's that. We're not really sure what it is. And when I first got this dog, I was going through housebreaking. I'm still working on him. He seems to be, I think he's there now. My lab learned stuff, quick. To sit, lay down, you name it. Everything I taught that dog, he learned. This dog took me a while to housebreak this dog.
A blue lacy is what I was talking about.
A what now?
Blue lacy.
Blue lacy. No. It's almost like an Indian name. But
that's what I was thinking of, but there's another one.
I'll have to ask my daughter. She probably knows more about that. Look, here he goes. I told you. He's up here. Look here. There's his head. That's what I'm talking about. He's in the video. Now, my other dog would never do this. He would never come up here in my lap like this and check me out, streaming or anything. He'd just lay here on the floor and behave. Down. I don't want him come. You're not a lap dog. You may want to be, but you're not going to be one. I appreciate you dropping in, Idaho. Too. Idaho Rogers with us. He's a fellow reloader and gun guy. Get down. Maybe wanting to go outside to use the bathroom. So, anyway, it's 7:08. I'm going to wind this thing down. It's getting a little late.
Elliot, is that a Kuntel? Pronounce it wrong, but I posted the name of it on the chat.
Okay. I'd have to look it up. I don't look familiar.
Solo how to pronounce it.
That's a wild name, yeah. Catch you later, Night Strike. Have a good one, man. Thanks for dropping by. Anyway, I'm going to wind this down here shortly. Check out at 8 p.m. Georgia Shooting Connection, guys. They're over there streaming here out of Georgia. They're a bunch of good guys. Check out. I typically wind down sometimes I'll run to 7:30, 7:45. CNT says, good to see you too, man. CNT, appreciate you dropping by. It's good to see all you guys. The ones that follow me up for a while, definitely I miss you all. We used to sit around and do a lot of talking. Me and Echo did, definitely. Yeah. Matter of fact, last stream, me and him, you all probably remember this. I don't know if I took it down actually. He got on the espresso. Whoa, man, he ran right over me, man, live. I mean, boom, boom, boom. And that's right. He's never done that like that. Just shoom. And I said, oh man, I couldn't say nothing. I said, man, he told me, he said the stuff got him so wired up that he was sweating. His hair was standing on his neck. And I said, man, you shouldn't be drinking that stuff. He tells me to drink coffee at night. And I said, man, if I get on coffee, start drinking coffee and do a live stream at night, I won't get off till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll be in here talking nonstop. But
actually, I finally got into coffee. I had 4 cups the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate you dropping in too. My Green Lawn. I'll check your channel out too there. Matter of fact, I'll look that up. Anyway, you all check each other's channels out. Like I say, you're gonna have a good mix of people, good group of people. Everything from we got Johnny Small Pepper here. What's up, Johnny? He's doing some streaming. He's a pretty good channel too, guys. He's promotion channel. And matter of fact, I got my. Here you go. Before I even knew you, Johnny Small Pepper, I used to wear glasses in here. He does too. And he streams outside, I think, sometimes. But he's a nice guy. I need to get with him on some sound stuff. Anyway, matter of fact, check out Rode mics, Johnny. Check out Shure mics. Check out the Rodecaster Pro 2. Check that out. You won't go wrong. DBX 286 processor. Don't buy, I will say this, anybody out there, do not buy, and I hate doing this, don't buy a Focusrite audio interface for streaming. I've been through 4 of them, or 5. They don't work with Windows very good at all. They say they work with the Mac, believe it or not, but they just don't, for some reason, they just don't seem to work. I had a heck of a time using them. AR guns, did you see? No, I did. I sure did. I think I logged on a minute. I've been going to bed a little earlier lately and getting up a little bit, trying to get up early. It's weird. It seems like since COVID, I can't get out of bed till 9 o'clock. I used to get up every morning at 5:30, 6 a.m. at one time. But appreciate you dropping by, Johnny. Check his channel out, guys. He has some good streams.
A couple of days, I've never had a nap during the afternoon. Mm-hmm. I've been up all day.
Yeah, we stream. Some of us stream at now, not in the gun community, but some of all this mix, we stream at some of the same times. I typically, if I do a morning coffee, my morning coffee is at 2:30 p.m., 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, typically. So, and why I do that, and I go, why is it coffee? Why is it saying morning coffee? Because it's my morning coffee. Even though I may not, maybe hours before I go live. And also, it's a good time slot around that time of day. Oh, Tim S. is with us. Good to see you, Tim. Been a while.
Hey, Tim.
He was with us, I think, on the last show. I think he dropped in there and said hello. Yeah, I should have got me some coffee for tonight, or tea. Tea keeps me awake. I'm so sensitive to caffeine. So. But anyway, still got 18 on. I hate to close this down. But check out Georgia tonight. Those guys, they always go live. And me, I just had a lot going on. Had to take a break from streaming. And I do miss it. Miss everybody on here. Oh, there's Andy, 79Z28. He's the zinc master. He does a lot of casting. Him and Bob would like each other.
Yeah, I think I'm going to finish my 45 ACP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brutal Bob's got a lot of good equipment. I can't remember the name, but he's got some very good reloading gear. Put it that way. Let's see.
I got 1,000 rounds I want to reload, or load up actually.
Sorry about missing you, Russell. Russell across the pond, UK. He's joined us. He's good. He's a good guy. He jumps in my morning coffee sometimes, which typically I throw them up at about 2 p.m., 2 to 2:30. Good to see you, Russell. Hope you're having a good week. Me, I'm heading out to my daughter's again for a few hours, maybe tomorrow. I almost bought a living room suit, and I couldn't quite agree with the price on it with my brother. I didn't want to pay quite that much, even though it was really bought for my mother, basically. Never had enough lead. She said, I have a little bit of lead, which I paid too much for. I gave $18 for 10 pounds of lead from a guy down the street. Time I pulled the steel weights out, the plastic weights, all that garbage out, I think out of 18 pounds, I had 9 pounds of real lead. Well, actually less than that when you count the clip-on, steel you have to remove. So.
I got about 100 pounds of lead next to the garage, and it stacks.
Shoot, some of these guys on here got hundreds and thousands of pounds. Oh, Elvis Ammo, I think you watch his videos years ago. He comes up in his yard with a truck in the back of the pickup, 55-gallon drums of that stuff. Wow. And just give me one drum, I'd be happy.
One drum, I didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Heck, I'll take a drum of brass.
I finally figured out a way to keep from burning my damn thumb.
Did you?
One of the gloves, just cut the fingers out, except the thumb.
Go figure. Wow. You still burning yourself occasionally?
Well, I haven't done it in a while, so.
Okay. You be safe, man. I know you ain't got a lot left, but you don't want to lose what you got left gone, because then you will be in them.
It was starting to show a little weird, what do you call it, discoloration. Like, well, I've started burning my. I'm starting to burn the bone now.
Ooh, watch that! That stuff will go right through you too. Yeah, I'm gonna get gloves and all that. I got the burner. I bought it probably 6 years ago, and I went to a antique store way out about an hour's drive from here, and a guy wanted $10 for it. Well, it's turkey burners, but tall one. I bought it for the future, and it's out there in the garage now. The thing is, I bought a hose, one of those, I call them Mr. Buddy heaters, but, Mr. Heater. And it's brand new, and it don't need a fuel filter. But for some reason, every time I hook it up, it gets temperamental and acts like it won't work. And I can't seem to light even the stove or the burner out there, even though I got a tank of LP gas that works good. So it has to be a faulty brand new line from this company. As a matter of fact, I need to call them and talk to them about that. It don't have the regulator. It's just a straight hose, and it's designed for one that you don't need any fuel filter for. I think it's about 10, 12 foot long, something like that. Goes to the LP tank. And he said, yeah, not on Friday. Okay. Huh. What, you're not on it, Andy? Or they don't do it on Friday? I don't understand that comment. Check the Z28 out, guys. I'm still working on my Corvette. I like I said, I had everything go wrong here. Boy, I mean, you name it. Everything went wrong. I'm trying to stay away from toys. I did buy the fuel pump for it. Filters, gasket, everything. Got all that here. I just got to put it on the car. Yeah. Oh, I got you. I did not go on it. Yeah, 6 equals 6. Yep. Got you, Andy. Good seeing you, Andy. Appreciate you dropping by, man. And I'll check out Uncle Jim's Saturday stream Saturday night. Him and Andy, and I forget who else is on there. Ocean, Idaho. He's in there sometimes. At least used to be. And I hadn't been following as much as I would like. And I'm gonna do some soon. I'm gonna do some tutorials on reloading here. Got Dirty Mad Yackers or Yakers. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. Joined us. Anyway, appreciate you coming by, man. Thanks for hit the thumbs up. Appreciate that. I'll just call you Dirty Mag. That way I won't mess up. It's fine. On parts of this, YouTube communities, a lot of these guys know each other by their first names. And typically on our side, only very few of us know our real names. We kind of more apparently secretive, but which you see my name up there. It's just kind of a short version of it. Sometimes I go around YouTube and I'm in a channel, and especially in the early days here, past few months, and I'll be watching a stream for a few minutes and they'll call somebody out. I don't know who they're talking about because they don't call them by the channel name. So it kind of gets you confused. Dirty Mag Yackers. Okay. Good, cool name. Got Chris back in here. Yeah, 7:20. I'm going to wrap this thing up, guys. I've enjoyed it. Had 20 on. That's not bad considering we haven't been streaming in a while. We'll get you on more too, tell us about your journey more, Critter. Mac, I spoke with him a few weeks ago. I texted him and he's going to come on occasionally and help co-host on Thursday night a little bit. Of course, by then Echo may be back up, but Mac can still come on and co-host occasionally and be my wingman. Yes, sir. I pulled 160 guns out of. Wow. Okay. You do that magnet stuff then. But that is a cool, that and magnet fishing is amazing to me. And I grew up, metal detecting was always fascinating to me.
Yeah.
And I still am fascinated with it.
My dad still has his from 1980 something or 70 something. He go out there and just schoolyard and pick up all kinds of nickels, dimes, and quarters. Then he progressed to gold mining and actually panning for gold.
Appreciate the compliment like that, Sheena. I enjoy a lot of channels out there. They're good. Like I said, Sheena's is inspirational. You got Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. Got Tasha. She does Arts and Adventure. She does a stream. I miss a Great Farmer. He was a good morning streamer. He did morning coffee thing show. And he kind of bailed on, y'all don't know him, most of you, but he bailed and got out of YouTube. Got quite a few people I hear do that. I may be gone, but I'm not gone. I will be back in here streaming.
Well, YouTube's been crashed, going hard on gun tumors.
Are they? I hadn't been following that much lately. Well, who have they shut down lately? Do you know?
Walter.
Did they? Wow. I didn't know that.
He shut his account down and just closed it.
Thanks for coming in. Got G-Webs with us, gun website. It's good to see you.
He was following all the rules, and all of a sudden they changed the rules.
Good to see you, G23. So what was he doing? They took his entire channel down?
Yep. They took his channel down and gone.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Diego's only got a new channel with his name.
What? I won't get into that. What was he doing? What was it? What was happening they didn't like? Do you know?
I don't know offhand. I don't know it offhand, but it was this typical, this is a mold, this is how I'm doing it, blah, blah, blah.
That's the name. That's what, yeah, because usually you come on. Yeah, I got you, Walter.
But, okay. He didn't do anything wrong. They changed the rules on him.
Yeah, I wish Elon Musk would buy YouTube. So.
Yeah. Showing bullets in a mold. That's basically what he did.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
And he didn't show everything. He didn't,
right.
They were
wow.
complaining about it. He basically took that out. He showed the mold, the bullet, and the results.
I'm a free government. I mean, I'm a free enterprise guy, and but I don't like. It is their house. They own YouTube. It is their rules. But I think they should not be. If it's hate speech, yeah, I could see them shutting things down. But if it's something they politically don't like per se, the way they do, I don't think it's right what they're doing to the certain channels, regardless of whoever it is. It's funny, like years ago, you could see people beheaded, remember, on YouTube, and that would be up for a while. And then all of a sudden, other stuff, gets yanked down and stuff like that stays up. It just don't make sense to me. But
yeah, like
it is what it is.
Yeah,
he says, I showed a mo, no cat. Wow. Man.
You did show the result of the bullet.
You think they at least do you a strike. Unbelievable.
Well.
Sorry to hear about that, Walter. 7:24. Got 20 on. Appreciate each and every one of you coming by tonight, guys, gals. This dog here, I think this dog's wanting to go wee-wee. Little crazy dog. Yeah, he's wanting to get my attention. Anyway, I appreciate you coming on, Critter. Good, always good having you, man. Oh, okay. Got you, Walter. Already had two. Wow. Yeah, I didn't know they got that doggone full-blown retard. I mean, that's
He followed the rules, and they changed the rules on him.
makes me wonder now that I didn't get snatched down when you showed that on the pencil. I mean, wow.
That's why I didn't touch it. I showed it up the pencils.
Yeah, I know they're a publisher, but they're still a social media company. And the thing, what I was getting at is, I don't like regulations, but I think they need to be regulated like news media. That way, it would be more open and free. Even though I hate regulations, I don't believe in them. I got to get this dog out here shortly, guys. Appreciate each and every one of you coming here. What you got going on? You got anything besides the 45 you're doing?
No. Just pay that battery off, and then pay up, get my golf cart finish paid off.
Yeah. I'm going to break their, they may have a new rule. I'm going to show my little rounds. I'm going to do some more of these, and I'm going to do some of these live. They're going to be dummies, but I'm going to do them. Those live streams will be coming shortly. Hang on. The dog is, get off my lap. Lap dog, like I said, wants to get up here in my lap. Oh, appreciate you, Russell, coming in, man. I miss all of you and all the new people there I've met past few months. Really a lot of good people on YouTube. You got a few, maybe what I say 99.9% of the people on YouTube are fantastic people. And you got a few other things. And the thing I like about our community, we don't have drama typically.
We have some, but not a lot.
Yeah, but not very little. Yeah, we may have porn, porn posting a little bit on weekends, but we don't have fights or arguments and streams or anything.
Remember that one jerk off, Paul Harrell? He got crossways with Paul Harrell. I can't remember. It was
that's rare though. I mean, I'm talking about most of us main streamers that we stream regularly every week. Yeah. Paul Harrell's was a big channel. He thinks he can do what he wants to do. Well, who attacked him?
I forgot what his name was, but he was a jerk.
Huh.
He was picking on him for some technique that the guy was talking out his ass.
Okay, got you. Anyway, most of us streamers behave typically. I've never seen anything flare up outside of goofy on weekends. You'll see a little bit of a crap. I call it. I'll say Asian porn because I can't read. It's Chinese or something. It'll jump up.
Yeah.
If you don't stay down, I gotta get this dog out.
Half naked Asian girls with see-through tops.
Let's not go there. We know where your mind's at, Critter. No. Bob says 99%. That's true, Bob. A lot of good people on here in all the areas. You got a few keyboard warriors. That part kind of irritates me at times, but you know what I do? I just ignore them. I don't worry about them. Yeah, I don't talk about them. Even if I hear something, I don't say a word about it. I don't even name channels. So I pretty much don't put up with that crap. But anyway, good to have you all. Good to see you, Sheena, Brutal Bob, Andy, Diego. Good to see you, Walter. I usually do a thing here that a lot of these newer people I know don't know about. We usually go down our side chat and call everybody out on a long one. I guess it's hard. Old habits are hard to break, guys, gals. Let me get back up there. Let me give you some shout outs here. Boy, it's a lot longer chat than I thought. Earlier we had Kingpin jump in here. Good to see you, Kingpin, if you're still here. Jer Bear was with us a while. MacMan was with us. Sheena's Ketovore Life was with us. Viego. How do you pronounce that, Critter? You know his name. Viel. Okay. I just call him Walter.
Yeah, he dismantled that jerk off all day long. It was funny.
Appreciate you coming in here, Sheila. Lowballing Outdoors joined us. Brutal Bob was with us. Christmas 740 was with us. Michael Hurtnick. Oh, excuse me. MacMan39 reloading. Boy, am I getting scratchy throat. I still have chest congestion. I did an X-ray the other day. I got to get that results on that. Who else? Lowballing. Michael Hurtnick was with us. Good to see you, Michael. Who else here? Michael. 351 Cleveland joined us earlier. Now, some of these other people's on here, I didn't call them out probably right. Well, I did. I highlighted most of them and talked to them. They roll off if they don't stay with it or keep typing. So if I don't call you out, I apologize. I try to. If I miss you, I'll get you on the next one, though, for sure. 351 Cleveland did join. Druzy joined us.
He needs to find the 351 Windsor.
351. He had a Cleveland engine. His name was. I know. I know what you're talking about. I'm familiar with the Windsor. Yeah. MSB 9021 joined us. Druzy joined us. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. RG Arizona Homestead joined us earlier. Sheena's Kid of War Life. Check her channel out. Christmas 740. Sometimes I'll call you out twice too. Tactical Fudd was with us earlier. Uncle Jim 2. Warmstrong Adventures joined us. Mario Mosen joined us. They call him nickname Battle Bean. 2A Hunting and Stuff with J&J joined us. Appreciate you dropping in here, man. Good to see all of you. Quite a crowd tonight. I'm shocked, actually, because it hadn't been streaming much late. Usually you throw a stream up late, you don't get a lot of people in them. Who else here? Uncle Jim. The Stock Explorer, Nora. I do know her name. Appreciate you being here, Stock Explorer. John's Hand Loading. Appreciate you coming in here, John, if you're still listening. Idaho Rogers, USMC. Appreciate you being here, Idaho. Critter here in the box. Boxcar Jerry joined us.
Andy, what are we talking about that Ruger PC rail for? What kind of issues?
C&T Designs and Arms joined us. He does political stuff and 2A topics. I watch his streams occasionally. I hadn't lately. Brutal Bob jumped in here and is probably still with us. Tactical Fudd has joined us. He's probably still with us. Who else here? Bear with me, guys. Mark Thomas joined us. Tim S. joined us. I know that from memory. Seeing him earlier. Mark Thomas, Tactical Fudd, Boxcar Jerry, Vanessa Kitty. If Vanessa, you still with us? You should be a mod. And you should be too, Brutal Bob. One time, Vanessa actually, somehow her status got yanked out, and I don't know how I did that. Eagle Run 23 joined us. Sorry, he was with us earlier. I didn't catch him. Got the rattling my mouth off. Reloader 762, good to see you. Reloader. Who else here?
I had a 50-pound Shepherd Husky Chow mix. He dragged. Heck with the wall. He dragged.
Oh, we got Laura the Explorer. She was in here earlier. Yeah. Who else? Night Strike 1. When it says number 2 and 3, it makes you wonder, don't it, guys? Let's see, Michael. Who else here? Bear with me here. I'll make sure I get everyone on the shout outs. We call out, we've done this for a long time, calling a side shout out when a stream ends. Kind of old habits, kind of hard to break here. C&T Designs and Arms joined us. Check his channel out. He does a lot of 2A and political stuff.
Sure.
Who else here? Jason Stewart. Good to see you, Jason. Appreciate you dropping here tonight. I'm still not getting there. Night Strike. Sheena, C&T, Jason. Brutal Bob. Hillbilly Chicken Ranch was with us. Mr. My Green Lawn. I almost said Mr. Green Lawn. My Green Lawn joined us. Appreciate you coming in. Who else here? 21. Idaho Rogers, I called. Johnny Small Pepper joined us. Appreciate you dropping by, Johnny. Chris from the 740 was with us. Russell from across the pond in the UK was with us. Tim, I just now ran into. Good to see you, Tim S. Appreciate all you, I was going to say old guys, but old followers that's been around for a while. It's good to see each and every one of you. What else? I love talking guns, and heck, I talk anything, really. Survival, fire starting. I have a fire kit. Matter of fact, I'll show it sometime in a stream. We'll talk about it. Andy 79Z28, Dirty Mag Yackers has joined us.
Hey, I'm going to drop out, take the dog out.
All right, man. I think I about got everyone. G23 was with us. Anyway, appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all have a good night, and God bless.